First of all, I want to say thank you to Amber, Pauline, and all these great leaders for giving us the opportunity. I know we're a bunch of young punks to you guys, and we're just loud and we're obnoxious, and we get on everybody's nerves, but honestly, you do not understand the type of work that these kids put in. It's a work ethic that I would say is uncomparable to what these guys do. 3 in the morning, still working. 4 in the morning, still working. And then after they're working at 3 in the morning, with this business, they go to sleep, they gotta wake up for school, 8 o'clock in the morning, gotta go to school, finish school, back to work in this business, back to work in this business. My guys that have jobs, they're tiny. One of my closest friends in this business, one of my best leaders, he stays up till 2 in the morning every single day helping his team, and then he has to wake up at 5:30 to get to work. Then after he goes to work, he comes back and he goes back, repeat. And that's why we were able to book. From the time we told Amber 40 tickets, we actually only booked 36 tickets. And then from December 9th till the week before convention, we booked 76 tickets for this event. So I'm very proud, I'm very humbled by what they do. I'm very proud and humbled to be part of this team. You guys don't understand, for all the new people, once again, raise hands, who's new, to first time coming to Miami? First time? Wow, round of applause. First time coming out to a convention, being here, you guys do not understand the power of this shirt that you're wearing. This is a very powerful shirt. When you go home, you want to lift a lot of weights at the gym, put this shirt on. Anything that you want to do, anything great in life, just put this shirt on and you can accomplish it. Because when you're walking through that convention center and you see all these people with the same exact shirt, coming from the same exact team, doesn't that make you feel proud to be part of such a powerful team? Right? And I'm so proud and humbled to be part of this Flushing team. It's an unbelievable feeling to walk through the convention center, the stadium, and they're like, wow, you're part of that Flushing team, right? Pauline Chang, Trainer of the Year, right? You know Scott, that funny guy? You know Amber, you're part of Amber Michael's team, and all these great leaders from the area, and you just keep on naming them. You know, Joyce and Katie, and Uncle Tom and John, and all these different leaders that you keep on naming, and you run out of breath before you can name all the leaders, because that's how powerful this team is. And one thing I want to say before I get started is that none of this would be possible from a little city like Philadelphia, you know, all by ourselves, no system, no training. None of this would be possible if it wasn't for Amber Yang taking time out of her day to travel to Philadelphia and help me grow this business. Traveling down, committed, a 3-hour drive, coming down on a weekly basis, helping me grow this business. And none of this would be possible, and I owe everything to Amber Yang. The next person I owe everything to is Uncle Tom. Tom Lynn, if you guys don't know who Uncle Tom is. Tom Lynn is my personal mentor in this business that has basically guided me from every mistake I ever made, every problem I ever had, every situation. And if you guys ever talked to Tom Lynn before, he's the nicest man in the world. He never gets mad. Tom Lynn's the type of guy you can take his food and do, oh, you can have it. I'll get another one. And that's how nice he is. And these people with their humble beginnings, all of this starting from a nutritionist that was in debt, you know, got introduced by her tenant. All of this started from a humble beginning as this lady. It's an incredible feeling to see where we're at right now. So I have a good group that's going to share today, but I'm going to go over a quick intro of just some things. So what we're going to talk about is ways to inspire action from Team Philadelphia. And first, it starts with you, like I said. You know, you must be an example of what you want your team to be. If you are late for every 2 to 1, and if you are late to every meeting, and if you do not set up 2 to 1s, and you do not use your products, and you do not buy tickets, what is your team going to do? Same. I'm a prime example. I used to be late to every meeting, and to duplicate it to some of my guys that come late to every meeting. So it happens, even the smallest things, which leads to If you don't do the little things, then how can the big things get accomplished? You guys, everyone that's gonna go home after convention and say, I wanna be a national, I wanna be a professional. It sounds very like music to your ears. It sounds very nice. I'm gonna be a director. You know, on Facebook, you're gonna change your status. Oh, future director. That's my occupation. 2 years director. Very easily said. But where's the work that you're gonna put in? You have to understand all the things you have to do. How many meetings you have to set up. 2 years from now, you're saying, oh, I was gonna hit director. I did everything I was supposed to do, but I didn't hit it. What happened? How many 2-to-1s did you set up a month? How many products did you use and move? How many teams in your business are doing ABC trainings? How many things are duplicating within your business? So, if you're not doing all the little things, like setting up a 2-to-1, how can you get somebody to a convention? You guys are going home and you guys bought these convention tickets and you're thinking, I gotta move these convention tickets as fast as possible. Everybody I'm gonna call, oh, there's a convention. In 6 months, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. It's not about the big picture. It's about the small actions. It's about the phone call. It's about the meeting that's set up. It's about the follow-up constantly, constantly, constantly to get you where you want to be. You guys agree with that? Yeah. All right? The next thing, which starts with you. Problems are much easier to fix on a smaller scale, so duplication is key. If you wait for a problem to get huge, humongous, right? It's a huge problem. Like, let's say not buying tickets. You don't buy tickets, so your first couple of business partners don't buy tickets, and then this problem now, nobody buying tickets, and now you're trying to get everybody to buy tickets. It's a very difficult problem to fix when you have 80 people not buying tickets, right? 80 people not using products because you don't use products. But if it starts with just 3 people not using products, and then you fix it at that moment, it will duplicate to 80 people using products. You guys agree? It's like a windshield. When you see a windshield and there's a little crack, and you go to the auto body shop and you get it fixed, it's very easy to be fixed. But when you let the crack keep on growing and growing and growing, and now you got this huge crack in the windshield, you can't get it fixed. You have to get a new windshield. Meaning if you let this problem grow so much that your team collapses, you have to get a new team. You have to start over. Who wants to start over after building a team? Nobody wants to do that. Oh, someone raised their hand. Good luck. I'm good with my team. Don't want to start over. So duplication is key with this. When you come to these type of events, these type of locals, UBPs, whatever it is, and you're surrounded by so many people and you have your team, you have to duplicate your actions, your attitude, everything that you're doing, because it starts with you. So think about the duplication process. If you come to this event to Miami, and while all the other teams are doing meeting after meetings, doing trainings, and you're in the lobby drinking with Michael. Where's Michael at? Right? And you're in the lobby, he's probably drinking in the lobby. So if you're in the lobby drinking, right, what is your team gonna do? Be in the lobby drinking. If everybody wants to do a training about follow-ups and do this and all that, but you leave and you go to South Beach, what is your team gonna do? They're gonna go to South Beach. So remember why you're here. Remember why you're at convention. I said this at the HBP on Wednesday. You invested money to be here. You invested money into yourself, into your business to be here. Make it worthwhile. Right? Make it worthwhile. If you wanted to go hang out in Miami, it's a lot cheaper to rent a cheap hotel, to get on the airline ticket, go down there and use the extra money to have fun. Do that on your own time. But if you're here for business with your team, be here to do business and duplicate that within your team. And then it leads to breeding good habits. With the negativity also duplicating, good habits will also duplicate. You have to breed good habits. Everything that you do. The reason that we bought 216 tickets to the next event is because all of my leaders buy tickets. Everybody buys at least 6 tickets. 6, 8, 10. So if they're doing it, it gives other people courage to step up and buy tickets. Breeding good habits. I am not the only one doing ABC trainings within my group. Everybody else is doing ABC training. everybody is constantly duplicating because it's a good habit. I am not the one doing everybody's 4-1000. And I know a lot of you guys might not admit it, but you're going home, checking every single time, checking every single purchase date, and you gotta do people's 4-1000s. You gotta make sure the transfer line goes through. That's not good duplication. That's not breeding good habits. If you teach them from the beginning of everything they're supposed to do, it leads and breeds to good habits. Even if it's only 80%, it's still a good habit because you bred it from the very beginning. So remember that when you do this business, from the very beginning, when you start this business and you're starting with a new partner, you put everything on the table. You do not hide what needs to be accomplished within this business. We are not a business about hiding. We're not a business about misleading people. Put things on the table. Every single business partner of mine knew what they had to do when they started this business. You have to commit to a major event. You will buy another ticket when you get to that major event. You have to do at least, 50 BV and then do an auto ship every single, month. You have to clear out Sundays because it's corner. You have to clear out Tuesdays because it's home kickoff. You have to clear out Thursdays because it's UBP. You have to clear out every other Thursday because it's SVP. This is good duplication, and it's written down and given to them knowing that they have to do it every single month, every single quarter. If they know the things they have to do, right, from the very beginning, would it be much easier for them to tell the business partners what they have to do? Yes. If you hide these things from them and say, oh, this business is easy, 2 to 3 years, just do a transfer buy, set up, one meeting here and there, oh, it's okay. Tickets, what tickets? No, just get in the business, right? And then when they come in to an event, everybody's pushing up to buy tickets. Everybody's telling them you have to do this, you have to do that. Meeting after meeting, meeting before meeting. Going up to this, going to that. No food. All Chinese people. What's going to happen to your new business partner? They're lost, they're confused, they don't know what's going on. So you have to make these things clear from the very beginning. Do you guys agree? Yeah. Treat this as a business, guys. Everybody knows why they're here. So I'll leave you with this. Treat this as a business. This is not a club. This is not a game. This is not a clique. This is a business. Do it for yourself and accomplish your goals. Kids, I don't think anyone's over 20 with this group of 3 people. No one's over 20. But I look up to them so much because at that age, I was never this committed. I was never this driven. I did not have the dedication. But these guys have it. So what they're going to do is go over for you guys to help you how to inspire action and how to grow a business with some college students. Would everyone like to learn how to grow a business with college students? With the younger generation. So what these 3 guys are going to do is explain step by step on exactly how to grow this business with the college group, how to change the mindset, all the different actions that you need to take. So the first person I want to bring up here and share is Nick Vasakis. This guy, he's always a James, sorry, not Nick. It's James. James Pham is the first person. You guys see James up here and doing flips, acting crazy. But this guy is so dedicated and so motivated, it's almost insane. He's the happiest person you'll ever meet. He lost his cousin to cancer. His cousin was only 22? 22 years old, awesome to cancer. That gives him a big why to do this business, to move forward. And I can't say enough about James because he still makes the time, still makes the dedication. No money, so what? He goes to work, finds a way to make money. No time, makes the time. Does everything that's needed to do to grow this business. And I'm so proud and I really look up to this guy. James, come on over.
What's going on? How's everybody feeling? Wow. That's pretty good. How's everybody feeling? There it is. Actually, I lost my voice. The first day convention, I was screaming so loud. So bear with me. Bear with me. So my name's James. I'm 19 years old. Basically, started this business because family. Right? Everybody starts a business because family. Everybody wants to take care of their family, right? Things like that. But like Phil said, I lost my cousin October 10th. 2012. He recently passed. And that basically gave me the why. Everybody needs that why. But when you look at it, right, we're college kids. What do we know? Okay? All those people that tell us, you're not gonna make it. What are you doing? You're so young. You don't know what you're doing. You're not gonna succeed, right? But those people don't walk in your shoes. Those people don't feel the pain that you feel. They don't go through the struggles that you go through every single day. They don't have this team behind you to support you, right? So why do you let them tell you what to do? Don't let them tell you what you can do, what you can and cannot do. Okay? All right, so now I want to talk about on a little serious note, how to recruit college students. All right, so first thing is first, don't be scared of the no. Go for the hello. What does that mean, guys? If you want your business to be successful, you have to step out of your comfort zone. Okay? Us college kids, right? We talk to so many college kids. Penn State Brandywine is growing rapidly right now. Right? Penn State Brandywine, where you at? That's weak. Where you at? There it is. All right. So now, meaning that us college kids, we talk to so many people, so many kids. They say they're scared. They don't want to invest $200 on a ticket. Right? They have fear. Right? Fear of spending another $200 on a hotel and bus. Right? They don't know what real fear is. Real fear is waking up not knowing if you can provide food for your family. Real fear is waking up not knowing if you can put a roof on top of your kid's head, not knowing if you have enough money to get your kids through college. That's real fear. They don't have real fear. They're just scared. Scared to succeed because they've been brought down so many times. So many times. So if I tell you to don't be scared of the no, go for the hello. Don't just step out of your comfort zone. If you want to step out of your comfort zone, you have to leave. You have to leave out of your comfort zone. You gotta go out and you meet people. Hi, I'm James, nice to meet you. Hi, I'm James, nice to meet you. You have to leave out, right? Go out, meet new people, build curiosity. How do you build curiosity? You build curiosity by this, right? All the Penn State Brandywine students are in here, right? What we duplicate is dressing professionally, talking professionally. Shirt, tie, suit, every single day. Just go, no matter what the condition of the weather is. It could be snowing, raining, hailing, storming, you still have to wear a suit, right? That builds curiosity. Oh, why are you so dressed up all the time? I don't know, I'm not in franchise. You wanna know about it? Simple as that. You have to be confident, you're a business owner. This is what you do, you're a business owner. We take this very seriously. And kids look at us, they think that we're weird. We don't go to college parties, right? We sit there and we read. We grow our business. Because we went through the struggles, we went through that pain, we don't want to feel that. Our parents went through all of that for us. Right? They came over to this country for the land of opportunity. The American dream, but what did they get? Work. 45 years of their life. For my success? Unbelievable. Yeah, that was good. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to find a hot spot. Hot button. Hot spot. I meant hot button. Meaning that you have to find, come on guys. You have to find the reason why. You have to find what they're struggling, why they're struggling. What do they want to do with their life? You have to find it. When you find that hot button, you're going to press on it. You're going to keep pressing on it. And you press on it even further. You don't let go. Because you never give up on anybody. Never give up on anybody. And when you find that hot button, keep pressing on it. Soon enough, you build a strong, trusting relationship. Meaning that when you talk to these people, they start to trust you. The only reason why I started this business is because I trusted Long Lee over there. Long Lee, can you raise your hand? Without this guy, I wouldn't be standing up here right now talking to you guys. He's like my big brother. The only reason I came into this business is because I had trust and I loved it. Okay? Man, I keep thinking. Sorry, I'm really emotional. So bear with me. The only reason why I joined this business is because I trusted him. You'll hear him speaking in a little bit. We have the same pain, we have the same feeling. Right? This YNS team, this Philadelphia team, they feel my pain. They went through my struggles. They feel all my struggles, all my pains. That's why we're 100% invested in everyone's success. Right? Last but not least, you have to smile. You have to smile. You never know when someone can fall in love with your smile. I love you too. Right? A smile can change someone's life. Like, a smile can even brighten someone's day. Okay? I'm gonna leave you guys off with a story before I finish off. There's this girl. Not like that. There's this girl. She was very stressed, depressed. Very, very sad with the way her life was headed. And every day she'd go through a regular routine. And nobody would smile at her, nobody would say hi to her, how you doing? And one day she announced that if no one said hi to her, or smiled at her, or anything, through her whole day routine, then that night she would kill herself. Through that whole day, no one smiled at her, no one said, hey, how are you? Right? She'd kill herself that night. Don't ever stop smiling, because your smile can brighten someone's day. Your smile can save a life. Okay? So don't ever stop smiling. Thank you guys. Take care of you. Alright, so now I would like to bring up a very close friend of mine. We grew up all throughout high school, and to see how he has changed ever since high school is unbelievable. And he shows so much dedication, so much hard work. We all have the same pains. Us three guys that are about to come up, we all have the same pains, the same struggles. We know how it feels to see our parents go to work 45 years of our life. So, this guy, extraordinary leader, and very dedicated, very motivating. So, it would be my honor to introduce Nick Vasakis.
Let's give a round of applause for Jake. I love that guy. He inspires me every day in my life to push forward and always smile. I'm Nick Vasakis. I'm 19 years old. I'm a freshman at Penn State Brandywine. And the reason I do this business is because I'm sick. I'm sick and tired of seeing the people that I care about suffer. So I'm sick and tired of seeing my mom, who's a single parent, have to go to work and stressed every single day of her life. I'm sick and tired of seeing the people I care about have to suffer because they have a job. They have this stressful life. And I'm sick and tired of that. I can't do anything about it. And like James said, I'm very thankful for Long Lee over there. He's more than a business partner. He's like my personal brother. Words can't even describe how close we are. And I thank him every day for introducing me to this business. But, what are we getting into today?
What are we getting today?
It'll work.
Yo te lo pasé alemán.
Okay. Not working.
Jane broke it.
Too strong. Break the fucking speak like that. Alright, there we go. How to build a solid young team. And how to build a solid young team with people who are trying to develop the right mindset. You got to set the culture straight right from the get-go. Yeah, this is, like Phil said, this is a business. This isn't a club. This isn't a game. This is a business. We take this very seriously. For example, like Phil said, if you allow your business partners to drink, yeah, that's okay. Next thing you know, they're gonna have kegs rolling in the hotel. That's just how it is. You need to set the culture straight. This is a business. Secondly, how do you set the culture straight? You set the culture straight with yourself. You discipline yourself. You discipline yourself to put the names list down, to go through the ABC training, to buy tickets. People do what you do, not what you say. For example, how about this? Everybody stick their hand out like this. Make a fist. Make a fist. Now put your fist on your nose. I got you. People do what you do, not what you say. I said put it on your nose, not your chin. So, you need to discipline yourself right from the get-go. And how do you discipline yourself? You discipline yourself by making sacrifices. Honestly, yes, and there's sacrifices you need to make to discipline yourself. Whether that's stopping, limiting your time hanging out with friends, going to parties, just dying at the gym is dying over there. I know me personally from experience, I cut many sacrifices. And why are we willing to sacrifice it? Why are we willing to make these sacrifices? That's because of our why. Like James said, it's a hot button. You dig down deep and you find that why, because this is the fuel of that fire. The why isn't money. Money's always going to be a result. That's all it'll ever be. When you get more money, the goal is to get more money. You're never fulfilled. You're never fulfilled. So you develop this why. Why for your family. Why for my mom. I'm sick of seeing her struggle. For James, his cousin died. And we all have our whys. And you feed on it. You keep that going. You keep that going. That's what keeps each and every single one of you going. And you put the focus on individual strengths. We all have our weaknesses. We all have our strengths and our weaknesses. But if you focus on the weaknesses, all it is negativity. And what happens when you focus on that comes is negativity. But when you focus on that person's strong points, and you focus, they're going to grow. They're going to grow until they have unlimited power, until they can do things that nobody else can do because you focused on that one thing. And I resort to wrestling a lot because I wrestled in high school. The greatest wrestlers weren't successful because they knew all the moves. They were successful because they focused on one move. They became great. They practiced it 1,000 times. They focused on their strength, and that's how they became successful. But let me tell you something you already know. The world isn't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a mean and nasty place, and it'll beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. Not you, not me, not nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it's not how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. It's about how much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how success is made. And if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But don't sit back here and point the finger saying you're not where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that's not us. That's not us. Maximize your strength, unlock your potential, and be all you can be. The next guy I want to bring up is, honestly, like I said, he's like a blood brother. He's closer than any relative I honestly have. He stays up 2, 3 in the morning making sure things get done. He disciplined himself, and he's duplicated that onto us. And long way, come on up. I can't even describe how great you are.
You know what? I don't want to suffer. I don't want to struggle. I don't want to see my family and my friends struggle and suffer like me. And I don't want to be in Miami starving myself over the weekend to buy tickets. I don't want that. I want to buy whatever I want, eat whatever I want, do whatever I want, go wherever I want with my family and my friends here. That's what I want. And that is why I do this business. My name is Long, I'm 19 years old. So today I want to talk to you guys about how to work as a unit. Now, to start with that, the key is communication. You must understand your team. You must understand your leader. You must build a relationship. Know what they want. Know what they need. Understand them. Once you do that, you care about them. You nurture them. You take care of them. You take care of them. So you have to take care of them. You have to care about them like a family member. Because once you care about them like a family member, no matter what the situation is, no matter what, you will never hesitate to help them. And once you do that, they will do anything in return to help you. They will do anything in return to help you. And each of us, each individual must put his or her individual right beneath the team's best interest, beneath the best interest of the team. Meaning this, you cannot always worry about yourself. Put the focus on yourself. Put the focus on other people. Put it on your team. And duplicate that. And your leaders, other people, they do the same thing. They care about other people and become a family. It's more than just a business. This is a family. This is a family, not just a business, strictly. A team, a company, is a group of people with the same goal, same vision, and same belief. We all have the same goal. We all want to become successful. We all believe in JR's vision. We all believe in JR's vision. Now, remember this. Each one of you, or me, everybody here, we're imperfect. We all have weaknesses. We all have weaknesses. And it's very difficult for us to become successful if you decide to work alone. But as a team, as a unit, as a company, you guys are unbreakable. You guys are unstoppable. You guys can achieve anything. You guys want to be always there to support each other, to achieve your dream. You know, we were not born to suffer. We did not came here to struggle. We came here to dream. So as one team, as one unit, we must fight to protect our dream. We must fight to protect our dream. Don't let someone else steal away your dream. Don't. And I believe that every single one of you will become successful. And remember this, you know, when you get to that top of the mountain, remember that it's very lonely and cold up there. So bring someone with you. And just so you guys know, stopping myself over the weekend was worth it because I have enough money to buy 15 tickets to North Carolina and 15 tickets to Ocean City. And I know for a fact that the amount of tickets that I bought are the amount of people that do not have to struggle or suffer. Thank you. Now I want to bring back up our mentor. chauffeur, this guy, I cannot say enough about him. He don't let me say good things about him.
Thank you, Lord. Wow. Didn't those guys do an amazing job? Phenomenal. 19-year-olds. All 19-year-olds inspired to do something different with their lives. Okay? So now I'm going to keep it quick. The next group I want to bring up to share with you guys, those were the college students. Now I have young professionals, people that graduated already, that work in corporate America, that are climbing the corporate ladder. All three of these guys graduated with degrees, graduated with a job, they're working a job now, and they're still doing the business. So don't give excuses of, oh, they're in college, they have time. Of course they can grow the business. Now these guys are going to tell you that they're not in college, they work full time, and they still have time to do the business. Okay, guys? So the first person I want to bring up is this guy. It's Kevin DeWong. He was very skeptical in the beginning. His brother was actually introduced to this business first. His brother was introduced, but his brother is becoming a doctor, didn't have time for it, didn't want to do it. Kevin is an engineer. He works for Boeing. Very smart guy. Came out, evaluated the business. Understand the connection with the team. Understand what it takes to reach success. Understands that he doesn't want to be stuck, even with the engineer degree, doing something just for money. He wants to do what he wants to love, what he loves. So I want to introduce Kevin. Come on up here.
We love to hug.
All right, good evening, everyone. How are we doing? How are we doing? Great, great. I love the enthusiasm of this room. You know, it really inspires me. First, I just want to give another round of applause for the Penn State Brandywine team. Ron, Nick, James. For the Philadelphia team, you know, they set the pace for passion and emotion and just the drive to be successful at such a young age, 19 years old. And every time I see them, every week, day in, day out, you know, so committed, so dedicated. I can't imagine, you know, my mentality when I was 19. I was nowhere even near where they at. So, you know, I respect them so much for, you know, their emotion. You can really see how dedicated their heart to this business. But, you know, a little bit about myself. You know, I'm fairly new to this business. Only, you know, I started my business 4 months ago, relatively young, and you know, to think that, you know, looking back in September, by the end of January 2013, I'd be standing in front of a room of over 1,000 dedicated, motivated entrepreneurs. You know, standing in front of a sea of blue, of a team. I wouldn't believe it, you know, but here I am, and it's because of this team, of this opportunity, this business, you know, this company, and I saw that. But it's such an honor. I'm very humbled. I'm very grateful to have this opportunity to share, you know, what, you know, knowledge I have and my experiences with you. Just need to forward a little bit. Okay, cool. Just real quick, a little bit about myself. My name is Kevin DeWong. I'm 22 years old, born and raised in Bear, Delaware, a very small, humble town. So I'm a simple Delawarean, okay? But yeah, graduated from the University of Delaware this past May. Throughout my life, you know, my parents were very, you know, always instilled a very hard work ethic. I was always very motivated, very driven in school. You know, year after year, straight A student, honor roll, principal's award, you name it, you know. Went off to University of Delaware to study mechanical engineering. And again, same deal, doing what society taught me to do, be driven. I graduated with a 3.7 GPA, you know, in one of the most reputable engineering programs. And you know, basically I had to work hard, but when I graduated, I had that job. I worked at Boeing, and I realized that although I was very proud, very fortunate to be lucky, life hit me fast, you know, and I'm thankful to realize at such a young age that there's so many traps that we can fall into throughout life, and so many, you know, traps to fall into debt, to have a negative attitude. going to work, I work with such negative people, and I try to understand where they're coming from, and a lot of it has to do with the decisions they made throughout their life. Poor spending habits, you name it. It develops such a negative attitude in their mind, and I realized that just being around them, 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, 20 days a month, 12 months a year. Is this life? These guys, I know guys have been working for 30, 35, 40 years. I kid you not, real quick short story. This guy is retiring next week. He's worked for this company for 50 years. And I think, although I applaud his dedication, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to spend half my life in a cube, in a corporate prison. I want to live life and experience it with other people and not fight a Windows PC that doesn't work. I want to interact with motivated, driven, positive people. And this business has that exact opportunity. This business is giving me a chance to hope that I know that I'm supposed to right? And again, I'm very thankful to my good friend Caitlin for introducing to me this and giving me that hope. Right? Back to me. I'm relatively young, right? I came to this business a couple months ago. I didn't know what to do. I said, Caitlin, tell me what to do. She said, Kevin, you have to go to locals, go to a meeting. Just basically be an empty cup, no matter what your background is. Most people don't even know what the unfranchised business is, right? There's no major in shop.com at any university. So the first thing you do, you have to learn how to build an unfranchised business, no matter what your background is. Doesn't matter if you're a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, even if you're a successful business owner, traditional business owner, you still have never built an unfranchised business. You have to learn, all right? And that's exactly what I had to do. I worked hard throughout college. I like to control things. I like to control, my schedule down to the very minute. Who I spend my time with, when I'm doing homework, where I am at a certain time during the day, right? But I had to leave all that ego behind. I had to leave it at my job because now I'm a business owner. This is a business. It's not a job, right? A mentality at a job won't necessarily make you successful in the business world, and you have to, set whatever pride, any ego, any self-ambition aside. Because all that shows is that you care about your own ambitions, your own goals, your own hopes and dreams. But you have to set that aside. That's not the way to build this business. You're going to be working with people. You have to think of the other person, right? You have to believe in the system. Your belief, your desire to learn, to be trained, to learn this business will be a direct reflection of your belief in the system that's already laid out for you. And you show your belief by committing to the ABC training, committing to local events, committing to sacrificing 2, 3, 4 days of your week for courings, because that's all. It shows that you believe and that you're willing to commit to the necessary things, right? And as your belief grows, also you have to be open-minded to new things. You can't come in thinking that you know your way is the right way, because there are people that are more experienced, have had experienced success, know how to build this business, and they're going to teach you. You have to be open to receive it. And when you show you're open-minded and showing humility, what that shows is that you acknowledge your constant need to always be growing, to always develop your mind. Because when you're not growing, when you give up on your education, your need to constantly be growing, you're dead. And this is what this business is. It's all about personal development, constantly always seeking to find ways to improve yourself, right? And you have to be, you also have to be coachable, right? As I said again, Phil said it, Long said it, Nick said it, James said it. You have to come in being willing to be taught, being coachable. That's one of the 3 C's, right? Coachable, committed, and consistent. And this has to develop into a team culture. Because we're so young, we have to develop good habits right from the very beginning, because those things, when it's learned early, it'll become second nature in time. But if you develop bad habits early, it'll be a nightmare to fix and go back and correct every problem that's arisen in your business and in your team's businesses. And it's going to create so much negativity and so much instability that, like as was said before, you have to find a new team. It's going to be a nightmare to fix it. And finally, once you establish that culture in your team, it's gonna lead into trust within your team, because you know that you all share the same mindset. You're fixated on one common goal. You have a common understanding that you're driving stride by stride with your team to achieve something greater than yourself. And essentially achieve greatness alongside your team, right? So, bottom line, although this is a team effort, it all starts with your own attitude. Right? Number one of the basic 5. You can't make any argument against it. It starts with your attitude. Right? You have to develop an attitude of belief, trust in your team, and trust in the system, and trust in yourself. Develop trust in yourself. I know what I'm capable of. I know what my team is capable of. I know what Team Flushing New York is capable of. I've seen it at conventions. I know that this is the most powerful motivated team in Market America. So being coachable. If you didn't get the message from the first day of convention, then I don't know. You're probably brain dead, because the key to success in this business is buying tickets, right? This is the key to success. And I know that in order to achieve major results, you have to commit and go on a limb to take massive action to achieve major results. So again, 1 ticket is great. You're invested. 3 is great. You're going to build to the next convention. But I know that 12 tickets is going to set high goals. Light a fire in your heart. Push yourself to achieve that greatness, okay? So, again, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak. I hope that whatever I say is helpful, to grow in your business. Really great name. But aside from that, again, very intelligent, motivated, successful in school and in corporate, so has so many dreams, aspirations. And that definitely inspires me to always dream bigger. Because I know that this is definitely one guy that dreams bigger than anyone I know. He has so many things laid out that he wants to do. He wants to open multiple restaurants, start up different companies. He wants to start up, he wants to invent apps. You name it, he wants to do it, right? And it's such a pleasure to work alongside him, because he believes in himself, he believes in our team, and it inspires me to push myself to always grow and to invest in this business. So Kevin Whitehouse, we call him KB.
Thank you so much. How are you guys feeling tonight? It's fantastic to hear. So as Kevin said, I'm Kevin Whitehouse. I'm 22 years old, and this past May, I graduated from the University of Delaware. And I worked hard when I was in school, just like Kevin said, and I got that job. I'm working for JPMorgan Chase in Wilmington, Delaware. Working for Chase Card Services Technology, and I thought that was the culmination of my career. I'm like, okay, at this point, I've worked my internship. I'm ready to start life. Work the corporate job. I'm not gonna retire from that until I'm a managing director in that company. But the thing is, reality started to set in very, very, very quickly. And I realized that those dreams that Kevin was talking about, I have those dreams, and that working that corporate job is not going to get me there. Just scraping and pinching pennies and living well below my means, I might be able to retire comfortably, but I'm not going to open those restaurants. I'm not going to start those companies. But I found this business, and that's the why. That's what keeps driving me, is constantly dreaming about those things that I can do after 2, 3, 4, 5 years, when I become successful, where I have the security to be able to have 1 company fail, 2 companies, 3 companies, 5, 10. It doesn't matter because I'll still be able to live. And that's really what keeps me going every single day. And I'll touch more about how you maintain your motivation later on. And that's really what keeps me going. So I kind of laughed when I saw what everyone had suggested I speak about in breaking the corporate mindset. Because if you had met me in school, it would have been, I was the most corporate person there was. I went to the networking happy hours, I worked at internships, I talked to everyone I possibly could, and just to advance up that career ladder. And what I want to talk about is how to break out of that corporate mindset, because there are certain things that you can take over, but to be truly successful, you have to unlearn a lot of things. You have to unlearn things that confine you to someone else's dream. And I was inspired by this point from a quote, just to paraphrase: if you don't build your own dream, another person will have you build theirs. And that's exactly what you're doing in a corporate environment. For all of school, I was taught to gauge success by the percentage efficiency you saved for that company, for how much revenue you generated, how much money you made for that company. But it really comes down to that point. It's that company that you're making that revenue for. You may love your job. That's fantastic. I want to love my job someday. But it comes down to the fact that you're still working for that company. You're working for those shareholders, the CEO. You're not working for yourself. You're being trained your entire life to be an employee. And now that you're an entrepreneur, you have to be in it for yourself. You have to put your stake in the game. The next point is that you have to, kind of related to that, is that you have to talk to people who are going to be honest with you. And it comes with that whole college education. When companies send people to talk to college kids, they send the people who are only going to say amazing things about the company. Oh, I love working there. It's been so great. We can move around. Da, 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 da. I myself was that person. As an intern, I spoke on these panels and said, oh, this is great, this is great, this is great. But you have to talk to people that are going to be honest with you. People that are at the point that you want to be at. They'll tell you the sacrifices that they made, the sleep that they lost, the vacations they skipped, working 80, 90, 100, 120 hours a week, around the clock, with people all around the globe to reach that level of success. And I realized that's not what I'm not willing to make those sacrifices, to even skip out on my dreams. The next piece is that what was really helpful for me was that you have to dig down into the real reason that you're working a corporate job, that you have that job. Maybe it's just for the money, yes. But if you're motivated by that career itself, figure out what it is about that career that you want to do. And the reason that I was so motivated within to work so hard to get to not retire until I'm a managing director was because I want to be a leader. I want a reputation. I want to lead an organization. I want respect. I want all of that. But what Dratani and Austin did with me at 2 o'clock in the morning in a hotel room in Greensboro, North Carolina, they broke down exactly. They broke down and made me realize that. And Dratani pointed out Amber Yang and said, "Look at her. She's